Alrighty then, welcome back guys to RimWorld and all of its 60 frames per second glory. Fantastic. So last time we made Adam and Eve and we landed somewhere mountainous, fairly mountainous by the look of it. I'm just looking for somewhere. Oh, this actually looks like, this is not bad actually, at all. Wow. So what we'll probably end up doing is we'll make a choke point here. So we'll probably cover this out. We'll put a wall here, so that way if we get any enemies or anything like that, the only way they can come in is through here, which is fantastic. That's going to give us a decent amount of room to do stuff as well. That's a really handy idea. I like that a lot. It's actually a shame this bit isn't narrower. Actually, it possibly could be. If I was to wall this off, then I can make some traps and stuff over here, possibly. Again, a bit ahead of ourselves, so let's go ahead and equip Adam and Eve with pistols. There we go. I also need to make sure that all these overload. So there we go. Let's go ahead and do that, like so. Is that everything? Probably not. I've got no medicine there as well. I think that might be everything. Where's the wood? Where's all my wood? We've got components, wood. Where's my steel? Oh, I've already got the steel. I actually can't really tell. Anyway, yeah, that's fine. So we need to do a few things before we crack on with letting the game play on. So the first thing we need to do is we need to focus on some manual priorities. So I'm going to go ahead and stick one on all these. Since we've only got two people, they are both going to have to dock to each other. Also, we need to make sure that their main priorities is either taking out fires or being patient when they're injured and getting bed rest if they're hurt. Right, so other than that, let's go ahead and see what we can do. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those at 4. We don't really need flick until a lot later on once we got stuff like turrets and shit. Warden, you're going to be our main warden and our main handler. I'll go ahead and just plonk that at possibly. No, we'll stick it at 4. So you're our main cook and our main hunter. Brilliant. I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Construction, you've got a passion for it, so you can keep with construction. You've also got a passion for repairing. That should be one of the other main priorities as well. You're going to be our main grower, of course. You're not really, yeah, you can't do any dumb labour or anything. So, or crafting for that matter. So with that in mind, I think that will do. I don't want to go too overboard with too much stuff. So yeah, I think that'll do. So that's fine with that. We also want to make sure that we change the work shift around. So we want to make sure that this is actually anything. Normally they'll do work anyway when anything's there, but you know, if you give them just work schedules, then they tend to get very unhappy about that. And we're also going to make sure there's 2 hours of joy at the end of the day for them, which is fantastic. Alright, now then, now that we've done that, let's see what we need to do first. So let's focus on some food. That is definitely going to be our first priority, is making sure we're growing stuff. Alright, so I'm probably going to have, I could actually have it round here somewhere, or possibly not. I could actually turn this into kind of I could come to that. That's actually pretty decent. I can also, if I really need to, I can also dig into the mountains. I don't particularly want to. There's an event where if you have a lot of rooms that's dug in mountains, then you'll get infestations, and those are extremely difficult to deal with. I've actually had 3 colonies wiped out because of infestations so far. They're pretty difficult to deal with, especially early games. So we're just going to focus on living outside or in buildings for the time being, rather than mining inwards, unless we need resources, of course. Alright, so I think oh, that's brilliant. We've actually got a geyser there as well, which is fantastic. Have we got another geyser nearby? Oh god, is that one there? It is, isn't it? No, it's not. Alright, I think we're going to focus on having growing around here then somewhere, possibly. We can wall this up, and this will be our first bedroom. Yeah, I think that'll do nicely. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll start up here, and we'll start off with a 6x6. So we've got a plant there, potato plant. What am I doing? Might as well do the rest as well. So 6x6 there, 6x6 there, and that was silly of me. I didn't mean to do that. We'll just cover that like so. Alright, so this one's going to be potatoes. This particular one is going to be corn. This particular one is going to be heel root. That's where we're going to get our meds from. And do we want hop plants just yet? We can start making beer quite early on since we already know brewery. Do I want to start off with hops? Possibly not. Actually, what I could do, since we have got a dedicated grower anyway, so the other colonist is going to be doing something else. There's actually nothing stopping me from making 2 more of these. And we'll go ahead and we'll have a hop there. Is that one strawberry? That one's strawberry. So we'll put rice here. There we go. So we've got a nice bit of a variety as well, and that'll keep them busy. So the next thing we need to do is we need to start thinking about our stockpile zones. So I think what I'm going to do, first of all, before we do that, is see if we can patch this up here. So I know we haven't got enough yet, but that's fine. So we'll patch that up and we'll put a wooden door there, and that's just going to be our first bedroom, where Adam and Eve are going to have to sleep together for the time being. I can also go ahead and start focusing on a bed as well. We've got plenty of wood and there's plenty of wood around us, so if I go ahead and start making 2 beds, hopefully our other colonists will focus on that while our other one is growing. My only other concern is that because all these resources are quite far away, and they're going to spend a lot of time back and forth, especially considering only one of our colonists can actually do dumb labour. So I think we might want to go ahead and actually start thinking about the stockpile zone straight away. Yes, I think we should. I'll stick it over here, I suppose, at the way. So this is just going to be for just everything at the moment. There we go. That's fine. So we'll just fast forward this a little bit and then I'll get on with it. I know we need colonist beds. That'll come sooner or later. Alright. So as you can see, I've already focused on doing the beds and stuff. And that's another one of the new things. It's actually possible to fail your construction now if your construction isn't high enough. So I don't think we have a dedicated constructionist, do we? Not really. So there's a very good chance we're going to fail quite a lot of constructions early on. And as you can see, Evie's growing and planting stuffs, which is fantastic. And Adam is, of course, building stuffs as well. So we're just going to focus on building the wooden stuff to start off with, because we've got a huge surplus of trees and whatnot. Oh, that's one thing actually. I should probably go ahead and make sure that you're focusing on plant cutting too. I'll put that as a main priority actually, because I'm not gonna plan too much on chopping too much stuff down to start off with. There we go, just enough to make sure that we've got enough to make buildings and such. Okie dokie, so it's 19 degrees Celsius, so which is fantastic. I really love this interface as well. You can now just click on individual colonist and you'll automatically highlight them, which is fantastic. Alright, so as you can see, we're eating without a table, which is not particularly great. We're uncomfortable. Constraining clothes. Oh yeah, I just remembered you're nudists. Since you're nudists, why don't you go ahead and take off your clothes? Go on, go ahead and strip. There you go. And no, you're not allowed to pick those up. Actually, they're not going to do them all. It doesn't do that. It doesn't stack like that. You have to do them individually. There we go. And wait until that's done. There we go. So hopefully they'll be happy now. And that's a huge thing. Yeah, as you can see, happily nude. That's 20. That's a lot of happiness. But that's great. That's great. Start off with. You're uncomfortable. Yeah, we do need something to sit on. But as you can see, we've got beds, so that's fine. Roofs now have to be constructed as well. So as long as you've got an enclosed space with walls and such, it will automatically be put. You'll have a task automatically to do that. So that's fine. Okie dokie. So there we go. And they're happily sleeping. Fantastic. So she's still got quite a lot to do actually. She still needs to plant the heel root yet. We've got some corn, we've got some potatoes, we've got some strawberries and rice and some hops. Lovely, lovely hops. Fantastic. We'll have to cut some more trees down. We're going to want to try and put some a wind turbine down sooner or later. I think we should be okay for now. I'll let them carry on doing what they're doing. That should be fine. Eve might actually run out of things to do once she's finished planting, because she can't do dumb labour. So we might have to give her something to do. Probably something to construct, possibly. Actually, I don't think she can construct, can she? Oh no, she can. I'm going to go ahead and just stick that as a... Actually, as a second priority, then you may as well. I don't want it to be cooking. So, one of the new things that was also added is the ability to, well, the ability to get food poisoning. So if we go to the character, it's not character sheet, is it? It's not that one either. It's that one. So you can see a list of all your stats here of a particular colonist. So as you can see, you've got stuff like maximum comfortable temperature, minimum comfortable immunity gain speed, carrying capacity, diet, etc., etc. You've even got market value in the meat amount you can get from the corpse and stuff. One of the new things though was the food poison chance. So as you can see, because Adam's actually a pretty good cook, as you can see, he's got 8. The chance of him making a meal that will poison is only 0.3%. Whereas if I went to Eve, bar stool, won't let me do it. Whereas if we go to Eve and it's the same thing, so Eve has got a cooking of 3. For her food poison chance is 4%. So there we go. I've seen a lot of stuff on the forums, and I've watched other people's let's plays of A14, and a lot of them are under this impression that if you have over 3 cooking, there's no chance of food poisoning. That's not the case. It is still possible to get food poisoning. It's just that the higher you get, the more likely you are not to poison your food. Alright. So they're carrying on. Did you actually do some manual labour then? Holy shit. It looked like I did. I've noticed sometimes that they do kind of glitch out and sometimes carry stuff. Very rarely though. We do need to make a dumping stockpile of some sort. So let's go ahead. I can't really do it in the water. I want to make it fairly close. This is going to be where the stones and slag pile's going to be. So I want it fairly close. We'll stick it over here, I think. So this is going to be for stone and such. So we do need to clear all that chunks. That's just going to be for stone and steel. We're going to need to make a second one for corpses and such. I'm just debating where to put this. I'll probably put this one outside here. In fact, there's a wall here. In fact, yeah, don't need to make it that big. That's a bit silly doing it that big. So this one's just going to be for corpses. Let's just clear all. This is going to be for humanoid corpses. There we go. And I'm also going to make sure that we have 1 or 2... Actually, I'm not going to do it just yet because we're already quite busy doing other stuff. So I'll let that carry on for a bit. At least Adam's doing some mauling, so that's good. But we are going to want to make a indoor... stockpile sooner rather than later, because once we start getting the raw food out, they will start rotting after a certain time. I think wood as well also starts rotting after a certain time. Yeah, it does. It actually tells you here what the decay rate is. So yeah, as you can see, the deterioration rate of this particular piece of wood is 2 days, 2 every day even. Sorry. But they've got they've got a decent amount of health anyway, but they can decay, so it's worthwhile bringing them indoors if you can. Some stuff doesn't have decay. I don't believe medicine has. Oh, actually, medicine does. Oh shit, that's not good. Stuff like packaged survival meals don't. Oh, they do. Bloody hell. Now, still, raw materials like that doesn't have any thingy rate. There we go. Right then. So they can carry on. They got some booze. Yeah, I had a feeling that Eve would be idle. We'll get some stuff ready for her in a bit. Okay, so this particular dude has been injured. Are you any good? You're a brawler, you got sanguine, that's actually a really good trait. And you're a nudist as well. You're not very good at shooting though. In fact, if we were to give a gun, you'd be very unhappy. So you would be a tank. You'd have to be a tank, wouldn't you? On the plus side, she's very good at research and crafting. I am very tempted to get her, but the problem is we don't have any prisons yet. We don't have a room dedicated to prisoning. That's actually not... I don't really want to use that room because that's too clustered. I don't want to break into that room just in case there's nasty shit in there. I could actually reform this room. This actually only needs one piece of wall and a door. So I'm going to go ahead and make a wall, make a door. Adam, this is probably going to have to be your... Actually, no, Eve can do this. I don't think we're going to have time to make a bed. So I think a sleeping spot will have to do for the time being. So hopefully they'll get this done. And once that one's done, we'll go ahead and try and save her and rescue her. We don't have a lot of food, but it's fine. So what we'll do now is we will if Adam goes and tries to rescue her, as all the way up here, isn't she? She might not actually make it, but we'll see. Oh shit, it's not marked as prison, is it? Bollocks, where's it gone? Mark it as a prison. There we go. Now you can go and do it. Go on. Go on. Go get her. There we go. And we'll try and recruit her if we can. Another colony of nudists. Alright. It does mean though we're going to have to start thinking about maybe making a new room. I'm kind of hoping that Adam and Eve get it on, because then if they end up being lovers, the great thing about that is that they'll share a room. As long as they've got a double bed, they'll share a room, and they'll actually be really happy for it. It's a huge mood boost, which is fantastic. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. Hoping it's going to be the case. Alright, so she's there. We're going to make sure that she has chat and recruit. We're also going to make sure that we use herbal medicine, because we can grow our own anyway, so we should be fine using that. I think Adam might actually be going to rest. Don't. Prioritise treating her first. I know you're going to be a bit pissed off with me doing that to you, but it needs to be done first so that she doesn't collapse. Just want to make sure she's healthy when we recruit her. There we go. So she's being treated. I was wondering what that was, and it's bloody animals. So he should go and get rest now before he gets cranky. There we go. I actually want to check needs and see what's going on here. Yeah, I know you're sharing a bedroom. I know you are. There's an eclipse already. Fantastic. It's a good job we don't have any power yet. Does mean that our stuff won't grow just yet though, which could be a problem since we are running out of meals. In fact, we might want to go ahead and start harvesting some of the berries. But before we do, we really need to try and get some more rooms going. I do need to try, and this is actually going to be a lot more difficult to wall off than I originally thought, because of the way that you can't build anything on this side. I should have really thought of that, shouldn't I, before doing anything like that. Oh well, we're going to have to deal with it for the time being. So I think what I'm going to do is... where should I build these? So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put the power. In fact, if I go ahead and put some power down, that'll be a good idea, wouldn't it? I know we don't have any of these yet. I thought I allowed the... Yeah, we did. They're just not in the stockpile yet. That's fine. So this is going to be our main growing area. I could do a power area. I suppose I can do the power area here. That will actually be ideal because there's not much blocking the turbine at the moment. We're going to have to cut down the trees. So if there's anything blocking the turbines in those white spaces, then the turbine will not generate power. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll cut that, and we'll cut that. It might that should still produce a bit of wood. Should being the word. Okay, so Eve's tending to it. Okie dokie. But once that's built, we can start thinking about making a separate room for stuff, where all our electronics and stuff are gonna go. Considering she's a nudist, she actually has clothes on. Maybe we should just strip her. Defector named Fernanda Rich calls you from nearby. She's been chased by pirates from the Alligator Men. I'm always on edge about this. The problem with accepting these is not only do you have to deal with the pirates, but there's also a good chance that they could be fucking useless. And that can actually be a big problem, since, you know, we've already strapped with having Eve who doesn't know dumb labour or anything like that. I'm going to ignore it for the time being. We can't handle any more mouths to feed too. So yeah, don't really want to go ahead and do that just yet. Just thinking what else. Yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and strip her, and she'll actually be a lot more happier because of that, because she's a nudist. I mean, she's already got a decent minimum from Sanguine, but that's just going to raise it even more, and that's actually gonna help us recruit her as well. If she's in a good mood, then it should be easy to recruit. Alright, so we have got one colonist idle now, as to be expected, because we're not building anything. Alright, so let's start focusing on building something. How much wood we got? Not a lot. So I do want to build, and we're going to have to build some of the machinery stuff that's going to use power, and the refrigerator quite close to where we're generating the power. Generally speaking. Don't have to, but it's usually a good idea, I think. That's actually going to be a tad bit too close there. So I'm going to go ahead and start over here instead. So this is probably going to use up a lot of wood, but we have got quite a lot of wood anyway, so that's not too big of a deal at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is going to be pretty big. So with that in mind, we've got that, we've got that. We'll probably make the refrigerator this side, or maybe even this side. I'll see first. So yeah, we'll keep with bedrooms and stuff over this side, so this shouldn't be too big of a deal if we do that. Make sure it's fairly spacious, so that they're happy. That's fine. About 5x5 should be fine. And then we need a door. This is just going to be made out of wood as well for the time being, until we learn stone cutting, which might be a while. I'm actually going to go ahead and just make that normal speed while I'm doing this. We're going to need a normal wooden bed, like so, and that will do for now. And we'll speed it up for a bit. I do apologise. I mean, that's the way I play. I play pausing the game while I'm doing stuff, and then, you know, running it on super duper speed. That's just the way I've always played it. Yeah, he was actually doing some manual labour at the moment. It was actually cutting down the trees, which is hilarious. Oh well. At least we're generating power now, which is good. We're definitely going to have to think about making a butcher's table soon too, as well as a stove. So let's go ahead and focus on doing that. This doesn't actually have to be indoors, it can be out, since it doesn't use up power. So I think I'm actually going to have a crafting. This should be near the refrigerator actually. So yeah, I'm actually going to plonk it here, and we'll have the electric stove. Oh wait, we haven't actually got that much thingies yet, so I'll leave that as it is. There we go. Have we got any wardens? I didn't well, we have got a warden, but it's not. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think Eve does talk to her anyway when she's given her food to try and recruit her, so that's fine. We need to get some of this stuff in now. I mean, that especially that's actually not going to spoil for 2 years. So that's actually pretty damn good. Some of this other stuff's going to spoil really soon, like the agave fruit and all this other stuff we're going to be making soon. She's not actually stripped yet either, so can someone do that, please? Oh, they're both asleep, aren't they? Oh well. It's hilarious. Rare fungus. Ooh, this is, yeah. So these go for a lot of money if you can tame them. I don't think I've got anyone. Yeah, don't bother handling it then. So we actually could have done with this, and that's a bit unfortunate. Oh god, my throat's getting a bit dry. So it's fucking roasting at the moment. That's just what you're doing. Yeah, it's absolutely roasting at the moment. We're supposed to be having a mini heat wave in the UK, and I've already felt the effects of it. Yesterday was terrible. Today's even worse. But this is the only day I've really got to do any content. I'm extremely busy the next 2 weeks. It's last week of school for the kids' birthdays and stuff as well. And I've also got to get down to my parents' house and start finishing off the wine that we've been making. So it's a very busy day. It's a very busy couple of weeks, I should say. So if there's not much content on the channel next 2 weeks, you'll know why. But a pack of man-hunting elephants. Fuck. We might automatically wipe from this. That's not good. Okay. Thankfully, there's only one. Although I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with it. The best thing I can hope for is traders visiting or NPCs visiting, but that's not always the case. So we might have to draft and kill it. There's no way we're going to be able to do anything else about that, is there? Yep. Right. What can we just cover? Not much, sadly. I don't think that's going to matter much either. Yeah, the elephant is coming towards us, right? Kill the elephant, please, if you can. Actually, I should just put it on hunt. No, that's pointless. Yeah, we might die. If I can get Eve to... Yeah, this is where I micromanage. Come on, Eve, just move over there. Alright, now move there. This is probably the best thing to do at the moment, is just do that. Oh, Adam's turn. Adam, move over. Move! Right, Eve, move. They're kind of like covering each other. Right, who's the attack? He's going to try and attack Adam, ain't it? Bloody hell! That was lucky. That was bloody lucky. I've never had the elephant one before. It's usually been the boars, the alpha boars. That was a horrible. First time I had the elephant one. So the good thing about this is that this is going to give us a lot of meat to butcher, and in fact we can go ahead and get a bill going for that. So we're going to go ahead, add a bill, butcher creature, do forever, and hopefully that'll get sorted soon. Obviously they've got to heal up, so we'll let them do that. Call this need treatment. Indeed they do. Can you focus on treating Eve, please? There we go. Fantastic. Now they can carry on resting. Aww. Have they tried to get it on with each other yet? Not yet. That's a shame. So, normally my Adam and Eve start within the first few days. They actually do turn to lovers. So this is actually the longest so far that they haven't actually done that yet, which is a bit odd. Oh well. I'm really hoping that you'll join us soon. You are neutral, so you're not really breaking down anything just yet. Okay, this is finished. That's good. And we're cutting up stuff. We should probably go ahead and fell this elephant when we can. Which one of them's on hunting duty?
It's you, Adam. So can you go ahead and shoot? Yeah, finish the elephant off. Probably take a few bullets, but there we go. Holy shit, we got a tusk from that. Fantastic. Might be able to use that for something. Might actually be able to sell that for a decent amount if we're lucky. Alright. So this is where we're going to put our stuff like our stoves. We're also going to put our batteries indoors as well, so that we don't, so we don't get no problems with shorting outside when it rains. If I could find that damn bloody good, find the damn thing. There we go. So we'll stick a battery there and a battery there. I can't do that. We haven't got enough components. Right, we need to start mining for some components. Luckily, you can find them. I'm just looking to see if we've got any in the surface anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and let that play while I'm doing that. That's steel. That's silver. That's compacted steel. It's usually yellow. There it is. There's a bit of machinery there. So we'll go ahead and get this beam mined, since we do need it fairly urgently. Is there any more? We're going to need a lot more than that. We are going to need a hell of a lot more than that. And that's kind of my worry at this point. I mean, you can trade for them as well, so it's not too big of a deal. But the problem is, ever since patch 14b, traders haven't been coming as much, because obviously all the other events were fixed. Alright, looks like that's the only place where I'm going to get them for the time being, and that's going to be problematic. Alright, have we not recruited you yet? Oh, for God's sake. Oh yeah, they're focusing on those as well. Actually, have we run out of wood yet? No, we've got plenty of wood, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. We do actually need to make sure we're hooking this up. So I'm going to go ahead, hook that there, hook that to the wall, and then that's it. That should be fine. And once we have got a research table and stuff, we can start researching stone cutting, and then we can start making stuff out of stone, which would be a lot more, not only stronger, but a lot more safer. The one thing with the forest is, when you get fire events, it's fucking frightening. Oh my god, 14% chance and it's still failed. That's not good. We might be a while. They haven't even bothered stripping it yet either, which they should have done a while back. I might just cancel that for the time being then, if they're not going to even bother doing it. And there we go. There's the roof being built. Fantastic. There's one of our batteries. So for that should start charging up soon. That's still the blueprint, so that should be constructed soon. The problem is, the meat outside here is going to get to waste. That's a lot of elephant meat. That's going to really badly get to waste. Didn't really want to make this too soon, but I'm going to have to, aren't I? Fuck. So I think what I'll do, this is quite close and all, isn't it? Ah, screw it, we've got plenty of room. So I'm just gonna make a separate fridge freezer for this. Well, fridge freezer, a freezer, I should say. So I'm gonna make sure it's fairly big so that it can hold a decent amount. And it needs to be near power. That's just right. Nothing obstructing. One thing you can actually do though is there are some constructions that actually don't obscure the wind turbine. Solar panels are one of them. They're quite low, so we could put a solar panel down, although we probably don't have the right amount of components for that. But I'm going to put it down anyway because we are going to need quite a lot of power soon. Oh, Feng, you silly goose! You know what you've done, don't you? You've made. Yeah, I need to keep one empty so that we can actually build the cooler, like so. Make sure the blue end is going into the freezer, otherwise you'll have stuff that's going off very quickly if you don't. Very hilarious. Alright, come on, Alina, or whatever you really pronounce it. Come on.
Come on. They don't want to join us, and I don't like that. Oh, there's another thing I should probably do as well. Since we don't really have anything of joy, we could probably do with doing horseshoe pins. I'm going to go ahead and plonk this. We can plonk it over here. Yeah, we'll plonk it over here. I'm actually going to plonk that there, alongside the crafting spot. So I'm going to stick a crafting spot there as well. There we go. That'll be useful for making a bow. In fact, we probably could do with possibly making a bow. I'm just going to go ahead and do until we've got 6. So that gives us a variety of different bows to choose from. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem here. The only time I'm going to need to do that is as soon as Elena's thingy-majigged. Yeah, thingy-majigged. Eve is standing there and doing nothing. Can you not install that, or have we literally run out of components now? I think we have run out of components now, haven't we, by the look of it? Yep. Can she can't mine, can she? No, she can mine. I haven't got it set. I should probably have that set, actually. Yeah, you should probably focus on that mining there. And she's not. Why not? Why are you still idle? Oh, because Adam's doing the mining instead. Hang on, did I just do that wrong? No, I didn't. Weird. School self-tamed. It was designated school 1. Fantastic. Need meal sources. Yes, I know. We'll get it soon. Oh, shit. Have we run out of metal? Oh, we've run out of metal too. So we're going to have to mine some of this metal as well. There we go. That should be enough for the time being, as long as it's done ASAP. How is our food situation? Not good. We're actually eating raw food at this point, and it's food that's going to be off soon as well. That's not good. Summer. Holy shit. Summer has begun, but winter is coming. Your food crops won't grow in the winter cold. Be sure to store several days' worth of food now while you still can. We still haven't got a walk-in refrigeration room yet. Bollocks. Alright, I'm going to stick a cut in here. I'll see you next time.